Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the chat. It's your boy Ice, man. So you know who said it, man. I'm gonna be right with y'all, man. Just having a little technical difficulties, you know what I'm saying, due to the weather. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be right with y'all, man. It's Ice, so you know who said it, man. Yo, not Madden tonight. Yes, sir. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Let's get it. the chat, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's your boy Ice, so you know, said it, man. You already know what it is. Welcome to the lounge. Tell a friend and tell a friend. I am he, I am him, and I am the founder of the gaming lounge. I am Iceup84, and I want to welcome y'all to the lounge this evening. Make sure y'all, before you enter into the lounge, you already know I require one rule. Take your shoes off before you enter. On the way in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, you know what I'm saying, if you haven't done so already. Leave a comment in the comment section after the live. Also, in the very end, last but not least, share the video so we can get Ice more into the algorithm. With that being said, man, let's get it. Let's get it, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
What you gotta do, bro?
Oh my God, I'm playing the little boy.
Come on, bro. Why you first time up?
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Into the air right away is Allen. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
They'll try the middle with Cook. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and 5. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Now 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Here's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Third down and 6. Coleman, the man in motion right. Allen now looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 20. Good effort. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Davis fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Young will set to throw.
That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
Looking to throw, Young.
That one completes a Legion.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught at the end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. Here's Allen. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Young. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this.
Can I get a rematch?
You can get it. So what you done right now?
Yeah.
The 20-yard line. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure
Shit,
on him.
subscribe to the channel, man. You know.
Try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
Send me a little
Still
friend
accurately
request.
throws a nice pass
We
for
can get it in. We can get it in a little later. Probably not tonight, but probably tomorrow sometime.
Here we go. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It's on the screen. You don't see it on the screen at the top?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, half the playing game.
A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7.
Send me a friend request
on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but
yes, sir. All right, chat. Hey, give me 5 minutes, chat. Coming right back. 5 minutes, chat. Coming right back. 5 minutes, chat. We're coming right back. All right, chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. Back in rare form. Back in rare form. Let's go. Let's get it.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Okay, still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check white. Check cut.
Right back to Hubbard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart the
Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. To throw, Young. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Young now. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now Young. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now here's Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Shot 17. Ready?
Following the interception, Young. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Ready, set.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
Young to throw it.
That caught by Trimble.
They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
52 blaster. Down. Hut.
Young. Touchdown!
Chuba Hubbard
From 4 yards out.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they?
Let's get it.
Forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible, too.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 18 on the play.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Hurts.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jahan Dotson.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready?
Young to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Dang.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. The 20, 5, and he will bring this one back.
Go, baby.
Pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Well, now how about this return?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. They go play action with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll look to throw again, eluding the pressure right. To Barkley on the check down. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right.
Yeah.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Ah, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's lock in.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
To throw, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Throwing, Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
97. Ready.
Young will set to throw.
Oh.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
Sitting
and the
there.
Eagles are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
I did not see him sitting there, y'all.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Come on, set, ready.
Now Young. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Ready,
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, set.
Now here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Check Fury.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hubbard. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Now whistles and a timeout call.
GG's, homie.
Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Can't win them all, man. Can't win them all.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Good game.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, Enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do
Yes,
it for
sir.
us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
It was a good game.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, man. Hey, chat. Make sure if y'all new, make sure y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all haven't done so already, man. Appreciate that support.
To kick off,
Late
here's
night
Will
grind,
Lutz.
baby. Late
And we're
night
off and
grind.
running from Charlotte. Raheem Blackshear now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Straight to the air here. It's Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Thielen's got it, complete. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlake, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Young working from the gun. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Come on, set.
They're going for it, Young. He finds him beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Here we go, set.
Counterplay, Hubbard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Okay, ready?
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Set.
Out of the gun, Young. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Ready, 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 ready.
4th down, Young. That's caught beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Let's go. Blue check.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Set.
Rush coming for Young.
Ah.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Has it down close. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Here we go, here we go. Punt, punt.
Young on 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get the game's first points here in the second. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it, on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a 3rd time for 6.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action with Mix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Nick's off the play action. As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Broncos pushing for a late spark before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He rolls to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing now off play action. Headed out right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Hits his running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Young, throwing it deep off his back foot. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Working quickly here. 2nd and 8. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. On 3rd down, here's Nix. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Let's go, baby.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. Back to throw it. He connects downfield on 4th. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Nix with it on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time right. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown.
Yeah,
all right,
nice.
so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Blackshear on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set, ready.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Ready. Here we go, set. Hey, check mega. Cut.
They run again with Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Set. Ready, go. Set, cut.
He's back to throw. They connect for the 1st. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the 1st.
Ready.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
On the double. Here we go.
From the pistol, it's Young. On the move, headed right. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th.
Ready, set.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
22 needle. Here we go. Here we go. Check pink.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready. Ready.
Hubbard again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Let's go,
This return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix bails out of the pocket quick. And a man is there to knock that away. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. So it's 2nd down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Nix again on 2nd and 10. He's on the move. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Panthers make the play that should win them this game. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte.
Go,
Panthers feeling lucky with a 7.
Ready, break.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Yellow, line. Check white.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Commit red.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Put the body on the line for his team. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Handoff running left, Hubbard. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just one left to burn now. 2nd and 3 now. This is Hubbard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Ready, ready. Opposite, green.
This is Hubbard running left. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Escapes the pocket. Catch is made in close. He has the Carolina touchdown. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines, but for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte. Well, partner, we could see they had high hopes when they entered the stadium earlier today, hoping to pull the road victory off. We know, though, it can be so tough to win on the road, and there's some dejected faces as they leave this football field.
Never enjoyed these flights home. Going to be a long, silent one as they try to figure out what went wrong, ruminate on the outcome.
Shit, Chad, we're gonna leave off from there, man. We're gonna go ahead and sign off, y'all. Alright, it's been real. We out of here, y'all. Peace.